Welcome back. Later this month, there's a big event highlighting dozens of authors happening at Barnes & Noble in Woodland Mall. Clint William is the man behind the event. Thanks so much for joining us live in studio, in costume.
I'm ready to go.
All ready to go. Okay, well, tell us about the Fans of Fiction Author Fest. Oh, got your mic there. Yeah, we got to be able to hear you, Clint.
Yeah, there we go. Fans of Fiction Author Fest, we're trying to do a new breed of book signing. Trying to like reinvent and take the traditional way and put the idea of like a book convention into a book signing and pack it into a Barnes & Noble store. So that way there's more flair, there's more fun.
Okay, kind of like combining like a book signing and Comic-Con maybe?
Yeah,
okay.
So we're mixing the things together.
I like it. Well, you often reach out to me about these different events that are happening surrounding books in the area. I believe you're married to an author as well. So tell me about your passion for books. Where did this all come from, Clint?
I've been reading since I was little. I used to love comic books growing up. My wife's been into fantasy romance for a long time, so she kind of got me interested in that. Been doing publicist work for her, so that's been a lot of fun. I do character art. I do all kinds of different stuff for books.
Yeah, really, really cool. Okay, so back to your event. It's coming up this month in a couple of weeks. You said that you've got readers and authors coming from all over the country for this?
Yes, we've got 31 authors from across the country, from Texas, New York, Chicago, Ohio. A lot of them are on the bestsellers list, so that's pretty cool. We got Janine O'Reilly. She's a USA Today and international best-selling author. We got Molly Harper. She's a best-selling author for USA Today as well. We've got, of course, Monica Amor. She's a local legend. She brings the excitement every time she comes around.
Very cool.
We even have stuff for the kids, too. We got Jonathan Rand from Michigan Chillers. We've got probably 9 other young adult authors, but it's probably 75% romance authors. So that's a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. It hasn't been done like this before. We're going really big, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, well, tell us more about that. We're seeing some video now, which I think will kind of showcase some of the different authors that people will be able to see there. But why do you say this is different? What will make it so different? Kind of walk us through what this event will look like.
So we're going to have the 31 authors there, but we're also going to have it like dipped in Halloween flair.
Oh.
And then, you know, it's kind of like almost more like a concert.
Oh.
Like an ambiance of a concert without the music, because I think that rock stars, or the authors today are like rock stars.
Absolutely.
And like, you know, they maybe not back in the day, but now they're like legends, and everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to meet you.
So are you telling people to come and also dress up and get in a costume like you are today? You want people to really go all in on this?
Yep, we've got a cosplay competition. So if you come dressed as your favorite characters, you could win a $25 Barnes & Noble gift card. We've got a crazy raffle going on too, where it's $500 in signed books that we have. And we're going to do 3 different stacks. You can choose from whichever one you want your raffle to go towards.
Wow.
We also have this amazing hand-painted pumpkin, and you can also win that in the raffle. So whichever one you want to put your raffle ticket towards is what we got.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can show viewers here this really nice spread that you've created for us here, because you mentioned this pumpkin is part of what will be raffled off. Talk more about what you set up here, some of these books that we're seeing.
Yeah, these are some of the authors that we have, and they'll also be a part of the auction, or part of the raffle. So each one is an author that's going to be there. We got Janine O'Reilly, Monica Amor, Samantha Moran, Harper Hawthorne. So these are all amazing authors traveling long distance to get here.
Yeah, I like that you put this spin on a book signing, which typically people might think, oh, boring book signing. Why do I need to spend, you know, my Saturday doing something like this? But you're really making it fun with, you know, the costume contest and, you know, the Halloween aspect. Why did you feel it was important to sort of put this twist on what we know as a book signing?
I've been doing book signings for a long time, and it seems like, you know, originally it was kind of like slow-paced, a little easygoing. People are kind of used to this, how the book signings have always gone.
Yeah.
And I like to reinvent things sometimes, and I figured we should modernize this and, you know, bring it to today's audience, because people like concerts, they like lighting, they like fancy things.
They like Comic-Con. We know we always see big crowds for that as well. Now, talk about how that changes your, I guess, relationship with the book when you are actually able to meet with the author, chat with the author, get your book signed by the author. How does that change maybe a book that you already love anyway?
Yeah, it changes because I think you get to ask the author themselves, what were you thinking about when you wrote this? Or like, why would you break my heart when you killed off that character? So they can ask things that they would never be able to ask otherwise. And there's so many things you wonder when you're reading a book, like, what was this author thinking about when they did this and that? So
yeah, you get to actually have that conversation with him or her in the moment. Okay, excellent, great stuff. Well, we've just got a little bit of time left, Clint. So if you can, one last push to people, why should they be at this event? And what am I leaving out that you want to be sure people understand about what it is you offer at this event or events to come?
West Michigan has never had an event of this size and this magnitude. We always get skipped over, and I think it's about time to change that. I want to start making big events. I want big authors to come here. I want it to be frill and fancy and the flair and add all of that character to it that it really needs to have, because it's like the books are so intricate. There's so many characters in these books, so why can't we be the characters? Why can't we feel like the characters and really embrace the fantasy world that they're putting us into and create it in our own world?
I actually love that, Clint, because I think you're going to probably be getting some new readers on board just from your enthusiasm and getting dressed up. It's like, wait a minute, we can do this in the book and reading world. I want to get in on that too. Be sure you check out Clint's event that's coming up on the 18th of this month, again at the Barnes & Noble at Woodland Mall. It's from noon until 5. Clint, great meeting you. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we're back right after this.